Hi, welcome to the Shelley Studio. I figured it was time for another jelly printing session. I'm doing limited colors, and they are inspired by the Facebook group. It's a newer Facebook group called Artsy Trio, and it's put together by Mike Deacon, Gina B. Aarons, and Bea Grubb. They each have a YouTube channel. And they've been creating like mood boards each month for the last several months. They just started this, I don't know, like 5 months ago, I want to say. And this one is their January mood board. And it's got like hot pinks and teal. So I'm doing pink and blue. And there's a little bit of gold in some of the images. At the end, if you want to go all the way to the end, or almost to the end, I do a flip through of the papers. You can just skip to there if you want to. But right before I flip through them, I have a picture of their mood board so you can see what there was there. Anyway, that prompted me. And I'm using my Klimt stencils by Elizabeth St. Hilaire. I'm creating backgrounds first, so I'm just doing a lot of solids right now. And I'm not looking for perfect backgrounds. I'm looking for fun stuff. The plan was to create a collage with some of these papers, and I still will. I just never got around to it. I still have all the papers. But yeah, so that's the plan. And I'm just trying to add a little white to this blue because it's very transparent. It's a metallic one, and I add the white and it loses its metallic, but I wanted it to show up on the paper. And I'm using rice paper. I just took a bunch of rice paper that I got on Amazon. I chopped them in half so they would fit. And they fit completely. Like, I'm using my larger gel plate and a piece of deli paper to keep my fingers clean. And now I'm going with the pink. My pink's a little lighter than what's on the mood board. But when I do that pink by itself, it's really transparent. I think I do it once here. And then I end up mixing it with red later to make it brighter. You'll see. So I remember a long time ago, there was a Facebook, Our Mixed Media Moods. I think it was Dee Dee Catron and some other people that had a mood board each month, and I loved doing projects from there. So I joined this one the minute they started, and I've not done a single project. Like, these jelly printing is the only thing I've done. I've been a bit of a slacker art-wise the last, 4 or 5 months. I mean, I've still got stuff up, but I've just felt like I've not, I don't know, usually I have lots of footage of stuff that I can pick and choose from to post, but no, I've been a little slower at creating lately. I'm not sure why. But I love to gel print. Like, I could print all day long if I had endless paper and paint. I practically have endless paint. I keep using my craft paint thinking that eventually I'll run out of it and I can move on to the other stuff. But nope, it's going forever. And I've banned myself from buying any. I haven't bought any craft paint for at least 6 months. I did get some for my birthday that my sister bought on clearance at Walmart. So, you know, I'm never going to run out. Just need to be real generous with it. Use it lots. So here's I think this is the first stencil I've put down so far. And again, this is the first Klimt collection stencils that Elizabeth St. Hilaire did. I didn't buy her second one. I'm trying to control my spending for a little while. So I want to buy everything, but I don't have the money for everything. I want to buy her second set of stencils, but I can't. I'm just cleaning up, just using all those layers or backgrounds that I created. I don't even remember how many are in there exactly. But that'll get more, you know. Here's where I add some red. And the video cut out, sorry, but you'll see how dark it is here when I lift it up. See, that's more like what's in the mood board. A bright, dark, bright pink. Then I thought I'd do some gold. And it really is translucent. It'll just give a little shine to it if you look at it at the right angle. And I just have a pile of scraps of deli paper that I use for protecting my fingers from paint. So you can just see a little bit of the gold there. And try and get some on this blue page. I don't get a lot of ghost prints here. It's quite dry here, so usually the winter it's really pretty dry. There we go. I got some glimmer on there. You see how transparent that metallic blue is. I'm going to layer it onto a pink background just to see what we get. I want to make sure it's all touched. Oh, that's not too bad, considering. I think the fact that it's metallic makes it easier to see. And again, using that same pink one that I did before to pick up the excess. Eventually these deli papers I use get interesting enough that I want to use them in collage, so. There's that one. You'll get to see the finished pieces like I said before. I'll do a flip through at the end. I think that one's a little bit more red than pink. It's going right on that one with the gold. Maybe I decided there wasn't enough contrast. I don't know. I think as I was doing these papers, I was like, I need something with a little more oomph to it. And that's why I did some of these. And I think that was juicy enough that it would pick up on that blue. There we go. And I still have that. Well, those lines aren't going to be straight on that one, are they? That paper went on pretty crooked. That's okay. It's going to be collage fodder. Most likely. Just using my deli paper to clean that off. Not a lot came off. So it's the Olympics right now. Do any of you follow the Olympics? I've been watching. I don't have Peacock, so I have to watch what's just shown on primetime on CBS. But it's pretty exciting stuff. I don't know why. I get all nervous for the Americans. I want them to do well. So I have a hard time watching them when they're going for gold. Felt bad for Shaun White, the snowboarder. Wished he'd have got a medal in his last Olympics. But he's done pretty good. That one I just used a piece of deli paper to pick that up. Figured, why not? More gold. That one's got little chunks coming out of it. It's pretty old. Pretty runny. Add a little gold to the blue. Gold for the Olympic gold, right? Just trying to pick up a little bit more. I know this one is pretty long video, and I do have it sped up quite a bit. So you can only imagine how slow I actually move when I'm doing this. Because I watch it and I feel like it's not going that fast, even though my motions look a little jerky. But yeah, it is way sped up. And that's interesting. Just bringing out the rest of that gold. Use what's on the brayer, right? I used to brayer off in between each one, but not on this episode. not on this session. Yeah, it needs something. It'll get something. I don't think that one stays the way it is. I wasn't super thrilled with that one. I pulled with the deli paper, so I figured why not pick up the gold with the deli paper. It's just blah. Again, I decided I needed some darks, so I am mixing I think that's supposed to be some sort of teal blue with an ultramarine. Ultramarine. Why am I saying ultramarine? Ultramarine blue with some teal to just give it a little bit darker punch. It was all a bit too pastel-y. There we go. That one's got some interesting textures and pattern on there. So I decided I would take this piece of deli paper that's been sitting here and just take a little bit of gray and do some stenciling, because why not? Who says you can't stencil at the same time you're jelly printing? Just thought I'd cover up that blue brayer spot. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this. It'll probably end up in collage somewhere eventually. Or it might just end up in my huge stash of jelly print papers, because I have a lot of them. I could collage forever and not make another paper. But what fun would there be in that? So since I was stenciling, why not stencil a few more things? So I'm just putting in the little spiralies, I think. Oh, no, I went for one of those weird things. Coffee beans? I don't know what they're supposed to be. No, don't do it. Stop. Oh, gold's okay. We're okay with gold. It's not as noticeable as that grayish color I had out there. I was cleaning a stencil the other day. It wasn't one of these. It was, I don't know what brand it was. Probably got it at Walmart. And it snapped in half on me. I posted a picture of it on TikTok because it was the word dream. And I caught the E and it just like crumbled. Like, ah. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to wash my stencils ever again. Only if I use texture paste on them. But paint, nah, I can stay. If it gets so bad, I'll buy me a new stencil and turn the one I have into art. So here I thought I'd put some white down to create a base and then dry it. Yeah, that's it. Waving it with my hand, that's drying it. And then I'd add gold to the top. Gives it a little bit of shimmer. Not sure I like the end results. But it was fun to play around with it and give it a try. Maybe if I had to let the white dry and then stencil. But yeah, it's subtle, so that's good, right? It's not too in your face. Okay, so that, let me freeze that, hang on. That was the mood board, which inspired this jelly print session and the colors that I used. So, if it wasn't a long enough shot, you can go back if you'd like to and freeze that. But here are all my papers. Now, Elizabeth St. Hilaire, she talks about how this paper is great because then you can color it, and when you tear it, you don't have any white core. So I figured this white one that was kind of boring. I mean, it's interesting subtly, but it's boring. Would be interesting if I got really wet paint and stained it. So this is bonus footage. Comes after the flip. And yeah, I'm going to stain that, and maybe I'll snap a picture, put it at the end, and you can see what it looks like when it dries, which it's okay. I mean, it was a boring piece of print anyway, so yeah. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you made it to the end, I appreciate you. And if you'd like to see more from me, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.